Hello?
Hello, fella.
Oh, of course. Headphones. There we go. Hello? Hello?
Good evening and
Hello?
welcome back to the OverAndOut show. Two lads.
Hello?
With some Bluetooth. Tell me you can hear me.
Where are you?
Can you
Hello?
not hear me? I don't know.
Hello?
I don't know if he's being serious or not. I'll open this beer until he decides.
Hello?
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 Can you actually not hear me? What's happening, folks? Hello. Welcome back. Episode 3, Season 2. Still no idea what we're doing.
Absolutely none.
We got
none
cut
at all.
short the other day in a phone call.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. We did. Where were you?
Well, across the border. Illegal.
All the borders.
So
Across all of
I
them.
drove across the border from the north to the south of Ireland. Had to do a recce for a job I'm working on. I hadn't been to the location. Wanted to go down and do. Sometimes you can get away with pitching up to jobs without recce. Sometimes you need to do. I need to do a recce this occasion. Glad I did, but I crossed the border and literally, it's never happened before. But that period of crossing the border, phone shat itself. Signal went up the left. Lost everything, all connection to the world. It was weird, man. I was driving, had the maps rolling, thought, right, know what I'm doing here, and then it just went on the phone, and then just no signal, and then nothing. There was no GPS, there was no 4G, there was no 3G.
Oh, you didn't have any of that either?
Dude, everything
It wasn't
went
just
off.
our phone call that went.
I felt like I was in darkness.
Oh,
Like I went from I honestly felt I was like super vulnerable. I was like, and I went from like guy cruising down the motorway, chatting to his mate on the phone, to guy just lost in the universe. Like I was, and now I don't know where I am in the world. It's weird.
Wow.
It's really weird.
Is that what happens
reliance.
when you go into? Is that's what's happened when you go into Europe now? It's like a no man's land.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when
No
the
internet for
internet
you.
came back, so much more reliable than up here.
That could just be Northern Ireland, though.
True.
Maybe Ireland have got it better there. I don't know. Maybe data's better. Maybe they have all
Could
the
be.
5G.
All the G's. I've got
All the Gs.
I've got the double G's. The gift gaff.
The gift gaff.
Yeah.
The gift gaff and the 5G.
Yeah.
That's like triple G.
All the G's all the time. But
All the Gs all the
so
time,
it cut me off, and I was like, oh, but isn't that mad? Like the reliance we have on technology. That like I think back to like the trips I used to take as a kid with my folks, and they'd have been like actual map reading. Mom would have had a map out, Dad would have ignored everything she said. But
That happened to us when we went to America, and Yasmin's mum came with us, and we were dropping her off at her friends in Albuquerque, and then we were going to go off and do our little tour thing. And we got a GPS, and she was like, "Why do you need a GPS? Just use the map." And we looked at her like,
No, thanks.
No, you don't. This isn't the 60s.
Did she have a map with her? Like, did she just?
No, she didn't have that with her. She just couldn't understand why we got a GPS.
Yeah,
She was
man.
like, well, when me and your father were doing this in the 70s or whatever it was, we used a map.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. You were also
And it did
probably
make me
high.
wonder. Probably, yeah.
And reading a map, and you sober can't even read
Upside
your own
down.
GPS.
No, I can't.
What's your vibe on
I,
that though? GPS versus map reading. Like, say you go on you go on an adventure. Do you think you should be on a map, or do you think you should be?
I mean, technically,
GPS?
I think we should all be using Ordnance Survey.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
compass.
a compass. We need to know how tall this mountain is due to the lines. The little things.
Can you read one of those
the
maps?
lines? I used to be able to. Yeah. I mean,
Why?
it's not hard.
Tell me why though. Like, why do you
Tell you
know
why?
how to? Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. Tell me why you can read an Ordnance Survey map.
I wish that was a lyric in that song.
Isn't it? What?
Tell me why
You can read
you read an Ordnance Survey map.
Why
Tell
can
me
you?
why.
I can kind of read one purely because I did an outdoor adventure winter league triathlon race thing once with a mate.
Do you know what? I don't know how I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure we had to do it at school at some point.
Scouts? Were you a scout?
I was a cub for about 2
Girl
weeks. Yeah, I was a girl guide for about 2 weeks, and then I got kicked out.
Why? Just didn't.
went to the wrong toilet, I guess.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
so why'd you
Forget it.
actually get kicked out of Scouts?
I didn't get kicked out.
Oh.
I got bored.
Of course you did. That doesn't surprise me. Rope, tie a knot. Not interested.
Well,
Not,
I mean,
what's
if
the
I
point in tying a knot?
in the in the spirit of authenticity and transparency, I'll just say maybe the kids in my scout group weren't the full quid. Let's put it that way.
The full quid. Chaps.
You know, couple of sandwiches short of a picnic.
Okay.
That sort of thing. And I found that very dull.
Fair enough.
And that's why I left. It wasn't mentally stimulating enough for me. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, that's not to say all scouts and cubs or things or whatever like that are bad. Just my experience in my area where I was just wow.
Yeah. What area was it though? Because it wasn't fancy Chiswick, I assume.
No, it was fancy Surrey.
Surrey.
Yeah.
I say that like I know anything about Surrey. Cricket. They play cricket. That's about it.
Yeah, we have a cricket club there.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? But I can't imagine it. I mean, I don't know what scouts are like in this country, like in the United Kingdom. I mean, I imagine scouts in like Scotland, mountains and shit. Right, I get it. Scouts where I was in South Africa, outdoors and shit, climbing trees, bushcraft. That's what scouts was about. What's scouts in England? Like if like central, like mainland central England, London, Surrey, Manchester. What's scouts? What's that there? Avoiding knife crime.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Tying knots with
no
Tesco
idea.
bags, like how to get a bus.
Yeah.
What do they teach you there? City life? Do they still teach you outdoors?
I don't
assume
know.
they do.
I was about 8 years old at the time. We went for 2 weeks. My memories of it are very, very faded.
Jesus.
And
So
almost non-existent. So, I mean, if we really want, we can Google it.
I'm not that interested, to be honest. Just
No, neither am I. I was about to say I'm utterly bored of this
if
already.
at any
I
point
don't care about
so ordnance
Scouts.
survey map, you know how to read
Yeah.
because one day you went to Scouts as an 8-year-old.
No, they
didn't
didn't.
give a shit.
They didn't. I can guarantee you they didn't teach me it there. It was. I think we did it at geography in school.
Fair
That
enough.
now rings a bell.
There's bound to be a YouTube video tutorial about it somewhere. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there is. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't use it now. If I went out walking in the middle of nowhere, I'd still have a phone or a.
Well, I pulled out.
something
Get this.
digital.
I went for a hike with my mate a couple of weeks ago, and
You went for a hike with your mate, and what did you pull out? I don't want to know where's this going.
I whipped out my compass, my actual compass. We were up this mountain. It was like misty. The mountains were totally misted over. I couldn't see where we were going, and I was just trying to work out to get to the peak. And I was like, right, we need to go northeast from where we are to get to the peak. So there I am with my compass, and he's looking at me like, "What's that?" I was like, "Compass," and he's laughing at me. And then I was like,
Damn right he was.
"Excuse me, there's a compass app on your phone." There is actually,
I know, there
but
is.
then my compass app on my phone.
It's not even an app. It's just It's just a compass.
But my actual compass and my phone compass were telling me completely different things. And then I was like,
Which one was right?
I don't know.
Did you get out?
Well,
Did you eat your friend?
I took a... Yeah. Got my arm stuck in a rock for 127 hours, and then eventually we got airlifted off. And honest to God, it wasn't the kind of mountain that required a compass anyway. I use it for like...
Well, of course it wasn't. It's up and down, surely.
Well, that's the point of a mountain.
It's
Well,
just-
it's just like a mountain goes anywhere else, does it? But to be honest with you, I had it there mostly for an Instagram photo.
Of course you did.
I have it attached
I haven't seen
to my
it
bag.
yet.
No, I never got the photo.
What?
I didn't get the photo because by the time we got to the
Well,
mountain, top
you
of the
know
mountain, it was
why?
shit. Why?
Because you miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah, I didn't take any
why.
shots, so I missed them all. But it was a shit day. I thought it was going to be a nice sunrise, and snow. There was no snow, loads of mist, loads.
Is
of
this
fish.
the day where you saw The Lion King?
If you'd like to see
okay,
that
that
in
makes
reference, check
sense.
out my Instagram. There's a reel. Dill takes photos.
Yeah. There we go. Promoting his own channel
Might as
yet
well.
again.
Might
Hi,
as
this
well.
is the Over and Out
So-
show, but you want to go to
Dill takes photos.
dilltakesphotos.com. Dill takes photos.
Did you speak to your grandfather? Did you chat to your grandfather? Ask him about when he decided to give up on life. Did you ask him? Didn't ask.
No. Oh, well,
Didn't bother. Hasn't seen him.
I emailed him
Of course you did.
Well, sorry, no. He's been emailing me and my sister, and we've been emailing him back, and we found out he was eligible for the vaccine, so he's had that now. Had that this morning.
Brilliant.
So he's had his first batch. He's not happy about it all. Now he's completely invincible. Will never die. But no, I didn't get a chance because he was claiming that he wasn't hearing from us, and no emails have been reaching his inbox.
No, has he got the internet?
Apparently, yes, he has the internet. He has an iPad. He's usually very good on it. But he says the inbox has just disappeared. He does this. He emails me or calls me and goes, the inbox has just disappeared. I'm getting no emails from your sister. And I'm like, are you sure the inbox has just disappeared? Are you able to open the mail app? Yeah, I can open the mail app, no problem. The inbox has disappeared. And I'm like, oh my God, And what he does...
Is he using AOL or something?
He's using the Mac Mail, the one that's on the iPad.
There's your problem right there.
Hold
on, I use that on my phone. Retract
Same
comments.
on your iPad.
Retract... Not right, wow. I just don't use it on the computer.
No, but he uses... You have an iPhone, yeah? And an iPad. You just use the mail thing on that. That's what he uses. We have it set up with his Hotmail account. Because trying to get him onto the Hotmail account through the Safari... Through the Safari.
Yeah, get onto the Safari and log on to the
Get
Hotmail.
onto the interwebs and the Safari.
HTTP.
Yeah, he doesn't... So anyway, we try and make everything as easy for him as possible, which is interesting because, for us, when you there's a problem, like, I need... This is the technological problem I have. And you go, well, that's easy. If you just sync all your accounts to X, problem solved.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something wrong with my granddad's iPad. I tell you what, he's got one of the really, really old ones. So maybe he's got the money. Let's just buy him a new iPad. I know that'll create a whole load of other problems. It's like he's got to his technological zenith. He can't go any further.
I think you're pushing it with an iPad, to be fair.
No, but he's had that for ages. So then when he could see better and type better and do everything better, he then learnt it then. But now he's got to that point where learning new stuff, it's difficult. We had put a new washing machine in his house because the other one was leaking. And my sister put 2 big black marks on with pen going, push here and then push here. And he still struggles with it. And then he called us and went, there's something wrong with my washing machine. My sister goes round there and she's like, what have you pressed?
Did you push here?
He goes, well, I pushed this button. But Grandpa, it says to push this button.
Yeah.
This button. And so I think he's reached his zenith in terms of there's no more you can teach him. He's all learnt everything he's ever going to learn.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think there's a point where you just completely stop and you're like, and that's as much information as I can take in? Or do you think you do that in stages?
I think it's a downward spiral at a certain age. I mean, I'm already starting it. A lot of stuff I see kids do today, I'm like, I can't be bothered with that.
Like what?
No. Let's see. Let's try and think.
One good example.
One good computer games.
Just in general. All computer games. Yeah.
Well, we've started playing Battlefield 5. There's a few of us. It's this. I'm 40 this year, and this is the first time I played online gaming.
Well, hold on.
All right.
This is the first time you've played online gaming?
As in, with headphones and talking to each other.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But hold on, didn't you and I try to play something once?
I think we tried, and then the internet didn't work, so we...
We
both had to buy a new PS4 by the end of the day.
Something dead, tremendous dead, red dead shit. Oh, Red Dead. What's it called?
Tremendous Dead. Is that
Tremendous
the
Dead.
RuPaul version? Whatever his name is. Fabulous Redemption.
It's a cowboy catwalk.
Yeah, the cowboy catwalk. No, this is Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
I think we tried it, and then we tried to play Tony Hawk's and couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
But now,
I mean,
but Battlefield 5, it took us all about half an hour to work out how to use it. Just
quick with a
3
Zoom call.
Yeah, we had to do that. 3 men in their late 30s. One of them in their 40s.
Pushing 40.
Well, no, Steve is 40.
Is he?
So, yeah, he's a year older than me.
Classic Steve.
Yeah.
Being 40. It is interesting that because I used to do that a lot. Now, look, I'm not saying I was into my games, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I hate games. I hate All and any games, digital or real games. I can play chess.
Do you like mind games?
No, Pamela plays those with me all the time.
She fucking loves them. Loves them.
I hate. I've always said I hate organized fun.
Oh, you do. You're not a fan of organized fun.
Yeah, but I don't know why. But like
Except
I hate
Christmas.
Like I hate pub quiz. Pub quiz can slide on. I'm not.
Oh, I love a
I
pub quiz.
fucking hate pub quizzes. There's no point in it because for me I get really annoyed because I want to sit in a pub with my friends. Do you remember pubs? They were great. You used to want to sit in a pub with my friend and just have a chat, have a laugh. You know, spitball a bit, laugh at people. You see where the night takes us. You know.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
Speaking as a man in his late 30s, and to a man in his late 30s, would you rather be in a pub where there's a pub quiz going on or in a pub where there's loud music?
I'd rather do loud
Or
music.
just sit outside?
I'd rather do the loud music. I'd rather
Really?
stand
Okay.
in a pub by myself for a whole night with loud music than sit with all of my friends and do a pub quiz. I fucking hate pub quizzes. There is nothing. I just don't. Do you know what? I think because there's an expectation from me, all right, and I don't think it's. I think I always say it's organized fun, but I think it's the risk of losing or looking like a tit. I don't like, right? Which is the same reason why I don't really partake in anything like that. Like,
Hang on, wait. You don't want to look like a tit, yet you put yourself in Instagram stories on the daily, and you're worried.
I know.
Oh, are you the kid that when they were at school they said, right, who knows what the capital of France is? And you put up your hand and went Munich, and then everyone laughed at you, and that's why you hate pub quizzes.
no, I never really said much. I was really shy and quiet in school, like really, really quiet. Honest to God, like if you look at all my school reports, they say Dyllon needs to learn to speak up in class. Dyllon never talks to, like, answers questions or never speaks up and talks in a crowd or never talks to, like, but natters quietly to his mates, you know, whispering sweet nothings.
Nothing's changed there.
No. But generally, like, yeah, we're really, really quiet. And I don't know I don't know at what point that changed. I'm not really sure if it has changed. I think I'm still a bit like that inside. I think I just have a bit more confidence to speak up.
So what you're saying is you're inauthentic. You're not being your true self by just shutting the fuck up and let everyone else talk.
I like the sound of my own voice. Sometimes I just see before I do videos. Sometimes I just rig up the headphones and just talk into the microphone and just listen to myself. All right, Dylan, having a good day, fella. Well, I am actually. Thanks very much for asking.
Yeah. My goodness, you have a lovely timbre in your voice.
Yeah, it's funny, like, but like the whole pub quiz thing, like I guess it's like, do you know when I want to go sit and chat to my friends, and if I have to have a pub quiz, you're trying to have a conversation, and then some guy's asking you who the third Earl of Kent was, and you're
that was Dave.
Yeah,
Dave the First.
Dave the Third, wouldn't it be? No, Dave the first Dave, third Earl of Kent. But and do you know what really pisses me off? I'm sitting there and I'm never paying attention. I go to pub quiz with my friends sometimes, and everyone's answering questions, and I'm just sort of sitting back chilling out. I'm a bit of a people watcher, and then someone looks at me and goes, like, there'll be that question that people assume that Dylan's gonna know. And I'll be like this: the next category, sport. And then they look at me and I'm like, what? And they're like, and the question is, what South African rugby player? You'll know this. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking know it. What South African rugby player also wears size 10 flippers? I'm like, oh, fuck, am I supposed to know that? Everyone's like, South African, he'll know this, you'll know this.
Yeah.
If it's cricket,
well, I know,
or mostly any sport, anytime it's a sport, like that isn't football. If it's football, don't speak to me. But any other sport, everyone looks at me and I'm like, I don't know, lads. I stopped a long time ago with sports. And I stopped with pub quizzes from birth. Like, but I think that's any accumulative group game. Like, I hated playing, like, my parents and that love playing games at Christmas. And they do that one where you put a word on your head and then everyone, what's that? I don't know what it is. And you know, goat. And then you're like, am I edible? And then people are like, maybe. Ah, fuck me. I don't know. Am I hairy? Oh, maybe. Yes. Am I a plum? No. Oh, fuck. Do I breathe? Yes. Oh, fuck. Right. So it's not a fruit. And then you're like, off on this. They love that, right? And there was this game we played ages ago where we got in a big argument, and now everyone takes the piss out of me for it. where
Rightly so.
there was this argument. I think I had crab. I had the word crab on my head, and I asked all these questions, and I got into the argument about whether, I think I'd said something like, is it a shellfish? And everyone was like,
Oh,
no.
no.
And then it got to it, and then everyone was like, oh, and then eventually it be like crab. And I was like, but crab is part of the shellfish thing. And everyone's like, nah, shell's a crustacean. And I was like, yes, but it's
Hang on a
also
minute.
categorized.
So basically what you're saying is that you're just annoyed because everyone asked you sport questions, but they should have been asking you sea-related
They
questions.
should have been asking me, yeah, aquatic knowledge, right up there. Do you know, I actually loved like aquatic biology as a kid, if that's how you say it. But that is
Marine biologist.
Marine biology is the word. Aquatic.
Yeah.
But marine biology I actually quite enjoyed. But this whole argument kicked off because I was like, I'm pretty sure crustaceans are part of shellfish, the category. And even if it's not generally, most people would associate shellfish and crabs in some way. So they all were like, when I said, is it a shellfish? They all went, no. And I was like, right, so that's a definitive no from the group. And then turned out, and I took it off, crab. And they were like, it's a crab. And I was like, fuck you guys. I said shellfish. And they were like, oh, you fucking. And then anyway, this whole turned into this. And then I just like started giving off and being a big baby about it and stormed off. Now it's a piss take. So then every Christmas someone prints a t-shirt as a gift that says, who said crab? And there's a fucking mug floating about somewhere in someone's house that says, who said crab? And then every time we bring a game out, everyone's got, oh, crab, watch out for crab, boy. I'm like, let's not let that catch on, right?
Well, now we can have Over and Out merch with say, who said crab?
Yeah. Who's got crabs? What? Not me. So I fucking hate playing games like that. And I do try. Like, Pammy and I watched The Queen's Gambit, and I was like, I'm all about chess. Now, we do dabble at chess. And I played one game of chess with Pamela. And I was like, I'm done. I walked off. And it's because, and this is part of the reason why I hate these things, Pamela's a smug winner. You know?
Ooh.
She wins and she goes, yeah. Oh, she doesn't even have to say, yeah. She just looks at me with a smug face, and I'm like, I'm out. I am so out of this game. And then I just leave. No patience for that.
Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Because, actually, no, I do. I love pub quizzes. But to be honest, I like the drinking. The part of the quiz is just like, oh, that's something else to do. It means I don't have to talk to the people I'm with as well.
But are you proactive in the pub quiz?
Yeah,
are you like, oh, hand that sheet to me, let me have a look? Because I'm not.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I'll have a look at the picture round. Oh, I'm all about the picture round. Hand it here.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I think it's because I'm actually quite good at it.
Oh, of course.
And I like things I'm good at.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Maybe we're the same, but with different stuff.
I find, though, that with me, when I learn something new, or when I'm like when you learn a sport or something, I get very good very quickly. And then I get bored, and then everyone else gets better than me. So like my immediate learning of stuff is very fast and very efficient.
Yep.
And then once I get to a point, and then everyone else catches up later on, and then they get as good as me. I've stopped I've reached my top.
Yeah.
I've reached as good as I'm going to be. So I'm very good for a very short period of time. And then I'm like, oh no, everyone's better than me now. I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah. So you like absorb 70% of the knowledge and skill in half the amount of time, and then you cap at 70 or 75.
Yeah.
And everyone else slowly. You're like, what's that? The turtle and the hare? You're the hare. In that?
No.
Oh.
Yes, the hair. Yeah. Hair.
Yeah. But I think the thing is though, that comes down to like what you deem is important in that, doesn't it? Because I'd be like that as well. I'll learn stuff pretty quick. I'll pick up on things really fast as well. And I get to the point, like, I think that's one thing you and I have always had in common, which is what we've got on with, is we pick up quickly, we understand the situation. I read a situation quickly. I'm the person who, in a conversation with someone, realizes this isn't going anywhere. We need to get out of this. Or this has got fucking uncomfortable. Or, so I'll be very quick to wrap a conversation up and leave. Whereas I'm not that person that stands about and lingers. And I think I read that quickly, or I say a joke and I pick up like quickly. And you were the same. First time we met. The first time whenever I met. What are you doing? That wasn't great.
I know.
Album release this Friday.
Yeah, album drops this Friday. The Over and Out
album.
Digital album masterpiece.
But I think, like, I think when I say jokes, you pick up on it pretty quick. And I get, you see when someone looks at me like, what? I'm going, no. We're not explaining this. We are not explaining this. And I think I pick up on stuff like you quickly, but then I get to a cap where I'm like, and that's me. Learning curve is now plateaued.
I do this with Yasmin. She'll ask me how to do something, and I'll go, right, you just do this, 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 and this. Then, like, the next day or whatever, I'll get that phone call or a text message, or she'll walk in, like, right now while we're doing this and going, you know how you said the TV worked this way? And I'm like, oh, my God. I tell you what, you're still lucky to have a TV.
Yeah.
Because if you can't... I've explained this once.
Yeah.
Don't make me tell... Actually, I've just thought... My mum always used to say, don't make me tell you twice.
You see? You're turning into your mum.
Yeah.
It's funny how those traits that you pick up from them.
Third time comes with a smack.
Yeah.
That's what she used to tell me. Fortunately for me, not really a problem. My sister, on the other hand, yeah, not as malleable.
Yeah.
Let's say.
It's funny that though, isn't it?
More of a trial.
Like, and you start to say that stuff that your parents said, and you pick up on all that, and you start to realize the traits that maybe you've lifted off them, that annoyed you, and you actually like. Do you ever watch Friday Night Dinner?
No, you keep on asking me this.
Oh man, dude.
If you ask me one more time,
do you watch it in between?
I'm not gonna watch it now because you've told me too many times.
Friday Night Dinner. So I always hated. Like, I saw it. I was like this with In-Betweeners as well. I was like, not for me. And then I watched In-Betweeners and I got into it. But Friday Night Dinner, it's that guy. I can't remember his name. The nerdy guy from In-Betweeners, whatever the hell his name is. Simon Bird, right? I saw him and I was like, he irritates the shit out of me in In-Betweeners. I don't want to watch a show where he's one of the main characters. So I put it off ages. And then I did something and someone was like, I mentioned Friday Night Dinner and they told me to watch it. And then I watched it. It's probably one of the shows I laugh the hardest out, actual loud. I used to watch it, and Pamela just didn't understand it. And she was like, I've never heard you laugh so much at a TV show. I was like, it's hilarious. But I find it very relatable because their brotherly relationship is just like me and my brother when we were kids. Or even as adults now. Actually, it's the same. But I can't even remember. The dad. It's the dad in it. Is like, he does shit in it that's like my dad. Like just mental shit that's like, everyone's having a conversation, and he's just there in the room, but he's not present in the conversation. He just exists in the room, and then they look at him. And every time they look at him, and they like as part of the conversation, he looks up at them and he goes, "What?" And they're like, oh, you can see them all like, "For fuck's sake, he wasn't paying any attention." And I laugh at that so hard because that is my dad to a T. Like, you could all be there, everyone's having a chat, and he's looking at you, eyes glazed over, just nodding and smiling, like yeah, and you're looking at him going, he's not listening to a single word that's being said in this room. And then you go, yeah, Dad? And he'll be like, yeah, what? And I am exactly the same. So when I watch...
Where's your dad?
When? What?
Like, where is he?
Right
Do
now?
You ever ask him? No, I don't give a shit where he's right now.
What?
No, not physically. Like, where does he go? Like, when you're sitting in the room, have you ever asked him?
I think it's just white noise.
Is he daydreaming?
I think it's just white noise. I think he's just switched. I think he's on standby.
Has he got dementia or something?
No, he's been like that forever.
Oh, well, long set dementia then.
He's just on a standby is the only way to do it. I think he's thinking about the question he wants to ask you, because he'll look at you. Because like, sometimes you'll be having a conversation, is 4 people, and we'll all be having a conversation, and 2 people are like back and forthing, and the third person's just idly taking part in the conversation. He'll see that and then go, I should start a conversation with this person. So sometimes you'll be sitting there having a chat. Like, I'll be with Pamela and my mum, and I'll be talking to my mum, and then Pamela's sitting there. She's part of the conversation, and my dad will like clock her from across the room and be like, "So Pamela, how'd this go?" And you can see her go, "What?" And sometimes he catches me, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna ask me the question." And then there'll be dual conversations going over each other.
Oh.
But I am so like him. It scares me. It's hilarious as well, and I do things like the dad from Friday Night Dinner. Pam will speak to me, and I'll go, "What?" She's like, "You weren't listening to anything." Nah, I was looking at you glazed over, thinking of a million things that I'd like to be doing right now. Wasn't listening to a word you said. Sorry about that. What?
Oh, that's bad, isn't it? That's bad when you got to the point where your wife's trying to tell you something, and you're like, "I'd rather be anywhere else."
Well, that sounds bad, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's not. Generally, that's just. I think I'm always just in another world. I am very intense in a moment. So it's like a short window. Get me in the window. Let's fucking sit down, bang it out, talk it through. What do we want to do? And then I'm like on standby. That's how I roll.
Oh my god, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I knew that anyway. But for the benefit of the Over and Out show audience,
Now,
for all, I think there are like 8 of them now.
Yeah.
Judging by Instagram and the YouTube. Well, actually, there's quite a few views on the YouTube video, so maybe there are more people, or people have watched it twice. When I say quite a few.
Yeah, and look, to anyone who's listening to the show and has got this far, is somehow still listening. Initially, when we started the show, we really wanted to do IGTV. We've talked about it before. We've talked about it on our own channels. If you'd like to see it on my channel, Still Takes Photos on Instagram.
Ka-ching!
But, like, we wanted to do IGTV. We wanted so much to support that whole thing. But, you know, Instagram can eat a huge bag of dicks. Just across the board, because they're owned by Facebook. Because IGTV should have been what it was, vertical video, but they fucked it. They went horizontal. They didn't commit to it, and now they've shat all over Instagram with Reels, which is, look, Reels are entertaining, but they just belittle everything about Instagram. And I understand their purpose, and I'm not saying I don't consume Reels, because I do. I like them.
You do them as well.
I do them as well. But I'd rather they weren't there. And anyway, long story short, we decided, you know what, we're splitting our audience between YouTube and Reels at IGTV. So let's just can the IGTV long form, and we'll give you teasers on IGTV. And we'd like people to come to YouTube and watch them, or listen to the audio versions of it, because then we're all accumulating in one place, and you know, drop some comments, have a chat.
Yeah,
you know, let's build a community.
A community, yeah.
Yeah.
A community.
Join the community.
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah, join
the community. And oh my god, I'm sweating so much in this beanie. And then see where
I
it
wondered
goes.
why I couldn't see the top of your head.
Jesus, yeah, we don't want to. We're not going there. I'm trying to work out whether I should shave. Well, I should shave this or not.
You should do a full body wax.
If you haven't seen the video on my YouTube channel,
oh my god! Right, I'm going.
There's a video where I shaved my head earlier this year because it's all fucking disappearing. I don't even want to take my beanie off right now because I have a softbox shining on my face, and it'll. Do you want me to take my beanie off?
Yeah, go on.
All right, hold on.
Go on, take it off right now.
Look at that.
Ah!
Jesus
it's too
Christ
bright.
Tonight.
It's too
ridiculous.
bright.
It's honestly
Turn it down.
ridiculous. It's
Jesus.
look, it got to a point where I was like, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't really care. And sometimes my wife looks at me a bit like, oh, you used to have such delightfully beautiful long hair, and now you're
to look like Chris Hemsworth.
Now you're like
Thor.
the cream egg guy. But the thing is,
God.
you know, there's some shit in life you can control, and there's some stuff you can't. And I have always been a believer in, I'm not going to worry about the things that are out of my control. And I've honestly met people who are like, oh, you know, you can do a hair transplant. I'm like, why? Who gives a who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm with you.
If I could go if I could squeeze hard enough and grow my hair out, I'd do
I'd
it.
love to see
but I
that.
can't, you know, because I'd sooner shit myself than grow any hair. So I
I
just
think
thought, like,
if you squeezed yourself, chances of you shitting yourself would be higher than your hair.
yeah,
growing.
just an animal. Oh, and that's the other way around. Prolapse. Prolapse my own ass by mistake. Anyway, look, I think we should end on prolapse.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, actually, yeah. Battery is just how? Oh, never mind. Don't worry about that.
Fucking off
Technical.
your mic.
We don't talk gear on
No.
this show anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. Look, that's episode 3.
It's been great.
It's just waffling. You know, we're just
education, old people getting older,
and,
and that's it.
drop us a message if you're enjoying the show, or if you're not enjoying the show, just keep it to yourself. All right? Not really interested.
Not
if you're
interested in
yeah.
bad opinion.
Yeah, bad opinions. Slide on.
Bad
all right?
opinions,
But
yeah.
if you're enjoying the show, let us know. Because that's who we're doing it for. The people that enjoy it. If you don't enjoy the show, that's fine. Piss off.
Actually, no, we're not doing it for them. We're doing it for us. Don't you remember?
True.
But in terms of like, you know, outward kind of promotion, we're doing it for you.
Yeah. And if you have anything you'd like us to look into, because we're just kind of talking about any old shit that we see. So drop a comment in the comment section below on the old YouTube channel and let us know. Um,
And write a review. Do you write reviews on the Apple Podcast thing? On the Spotify?
yeah,
Yeah,
I would, yeah. If it's
Yeah,
good.
I'd write a review. I'd write a good review.
Oh,
if
I
were you.
would. And look, like, do share if you're enjoying it and you think it's remotely interesting, share this show with your friends, because it's really hard to get people to listen to it or to watch it. You know, maybe it's shit, and that's why.
Yeah.
But you know, you wouldn't know unless you got to this point and realized
Nah.
you lost me a prolapse. But this has been episode 3. Thanks for watching, Ryan. Anything nice you want to say to people?
You just said the word prolapse. I can't beat that.
Well, there you go.
I'm not beating your prolapse.
No, don't beat it. No.
Right, Ed, let's just stop talking now.
Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode.